Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about gingerbread. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. We've all seen smiling, ice-covered faces of gingerbread man cookies, but did that classic shape actually start with royalty? The story goes that Queen Elizabeth I is responsible for the invention of the gingerbread man because she asked her bakers to create cookies that looked like dignitaries visiting her court. What do you think? Is this an actual historical fact or just a sweet but half-baked fairy tale? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is Lebkuchen. That's Lebkuchen. Lebkuchen is a traditional German treat that's arguably the most famous ancestor of the modern gingerbread cookie we know today. Unlike the crisp, snappy gingerbread men popular in the United States, Lebkuchen is a soft, cake-like cookie that's often glazed with chocolate or sugar and packed with ingredients like honey, spices, and nuts. It originated in the city of Nuremberg in the 13th century, where monks prepared these spiced cakes to be enjoyed during the holiday season. The city of Nuremberg actually has a protected designation of origin for their specific cookies, meaning that only Lebkuchen produced in the city limits can carry the official name Nuremberg Lebkuchen. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about gingerbread. Number 1. Gingerbread was originally brought to Europe by Crusaders returning from the Middle East. When European soldiers returned from the Crusades in the 11th century, they brought back exotic spices, gingerbread, and the knowledge of bread-making techniques from the region. The original version of this treat was not the cookie we know today. It was a dense mixture of stale breadcrumbs, boiled honey, and strong spices that was pressed into wooden molds. Because ginger has natural preservative properties and the honey acted as a sealant, these early gingerbread creations could last for a very long time without spoiling, making them a practical, high-energy food for long journeys. Over time, this travel food evolved into a delicacy as it moved through the bakeries of France and Germany. Bakers began replacing the heavy breadcrumbs with refined flour and adding eggs, which transformed the dense, survival-style ration into a lighter, tastier dough. By the 15th century, gingerbread had become a specialized craft with a dedicated guild of gingerbread bakers forming in Germany. This was a group distinct from the regular Bakers Guild, and they protected the secrets of their spice blends and baking techniques. Number 2. Oddly enough, the tradition of building gingerbread houses became popular in Germany after the brothers Grimm published Hansel and Gretel. While bakers in Germany were already creating elaborate gingerbread structures in the early 1800s, the practice exploded in popularity after the famous fairy tale was published. In the story, 2 children discovered a house made entirely of bread, cake, and sugar, which captured the public imagination. German families began baking their own miniature version of the cottage as a festive Christmas activity, focusing on the whimsical description of the edible architecture and kind of just glossing over the scary witch who lived inside. It's actually kind of fascinating when you think about it that a story with such dark themes birthed such a cheerful holiday tradition. Historians believe that the horror element of the witch was overshadowed by the just sheer novelty and delight of a house made of candy, which appealed to the rising middle class who could finally afford extra sugar and spices for recreation. The gingerbread house became a symbol of abundance and artistic skill, turning the witch's trap into a cozy, snow covered cottage that represented the warmth and sweetness of the Christmas season. Number 3. In medieval times, gingerbread was often considered a medicine rather than a dessert. Because ginger naturally heats the body, medieval apothecaries prescribed gingerbread to patients to help with indigestion, stomach aches, and even ward off the plague. It was widely believed that the spices in the bread, specifically ginger, cinnamon, and cloves, could balance the body's humors, leading monks to bake it in large quantities for the sick. The medicinal version was often extremely hard and strong, intended to be sucked on slowly like a lozenge to release the potent oils and spices. And modern science actually backs up a bit of what these medieval doctors suspected. The ingredients in gingerbread do have some genuine health benefits. Ginger contains gingerol, a bioactive compound with powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects that's proven to help reduce nausea and aid digestion. Cinnamon has been shown to lower blood sugar levels, and cloves contain eugenol, which acts as a natural pain reliever. So, while a cookie full of sugar isn't exactly health food, the ancient intent behind eating these spices is rooted in some biological fact. Number 4. The world's largest gingerbread house was big enough to walk inside and required almost a ton of butter. In 2013, the Traditions Club in Bryan, Texas, broke the Guinness World Record by constructing a gingerbread house that stood 21 feet tall and spanned over 2,500 square feet. The massive structure required 1,800 pounds of butter, 7,200 eggs, and almost 3,000 pounds of brown sugar to hold the edible bricks together. The house was so large, visitors could actually pay admission and tour the inside, where they could meet Santa Claus, with all the proceeds going to a local hospital's trauma center. Building a structure of this magnitude required serious engineering to ensure it didn't collapse under its own weight. The team had to obtain building permits, just like a real house, and they used a wood frame to support the 35 million calories of gingerbread on the exterior. Apparently, the delicious smell was so strong, builders had to battle swarms of bees that were attracted to the site. So, I guess humans aren't the only ones in the animal kingdom who appreciate a nice gingerbread house. And our fifth and final fun fact for today. Before greeting cards existed, people actually exchanged decorated gingerbread called fairings as tokens of love and affection. Centuries before we sent paper valentines, people attending village fairs would buy intricately decorated gingerbread shapes to give to their sweethearts or friends. These cookies were often pressed into molds like hearts, flowers, and buttons, and they were sometimes decorated with gold leaf to show how valuable the recipient was to the giver. The shapes for these fairings often carried specific meanings or superstitions for the receiver. For example, in some English villages, there was a tradition that if an unmarried woman ate a gingerbread husband figure, it would improve her luck in finding a real partner soon. These cookies were the primary way people shared sweet sentiments during seasonal festivals, acting as edible love letters, and they were meant to be displayed and admired before eventually being eaten. Now for some news you can use. If you want to bake the perfect gingerbread man who doesn't spread out into a gingerbread blob in the oven, the secret ingredient is patience. You'll want to chill your dough for 2 or 3 hours before rolling it out. The resting period allows the flour to fully hydrate, which improves the texture, but more importantly, it solidifies the butter. If your dough is too warm, the butter melts instantly in the oven, causing the cookie to lose its shape. By chilling it, the cookie sets before the fat melts, ensuring the gingerbread men keep their sharp definition. Another pro tip is to roll your dough directly onto the parchment paper you plan to bake it on, rather than on the counter. Gingerbread dough can be sticky and delicate. Trying to transfer a cut shape from the counter to a baking sheet can often stretch the limbs and warp the head. By rolling and cutting on the paper, you simply pull away the scrap dough and slide the whole sheet of paper onto the pan. And finally, keep in mind that thickness equals softness. Roll them 1/4 of an inch thick for a soft, chewy cookie, or 1/8 of an inch thick if you prefer a classic audible snap. And if you're trying to figure out how do you measure that thickness, if you're not aware, you can buy rolling pins that have thickness guides that you can screw onto the end, and they will make sure that you get the exact thickness you want every time. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked if Queen Elizabeth I really invented the gingerbread man cookie. Well, oddly enough, that's a fact. Historical records confirm that Queen Elizabeth I is indeed credited with the innovation of the human-shaped gingerbread cookie. She instructed her royal gingerbread maker to create cookies that were caricatures of visiting foreign dignitaries and people in her court. She would then present these spiced men to her guests during banquets, sometimes to honor them, and other times to poke a little fun at them. While obviously gingerbread existed before her reign, she's the one who gave the cookie that personality. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about gingerbread with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.